All right, guys. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. So I just was online and I just saw that CM Punk actually did show up at AEW Rampage. I'm actually kind of mad, kind of angry, kind of happy, kind of sad. I have mixed emotions about the whole entire thing, but I was already planning on watching Rampage at 10 o'clock because it's on at that time for me. But that's enough AEW stuff. Let's break down Emergence. Oh man, crazy ass show, absolutely insane. Definitely a rewatch, definitely a replay. Just watch it again or watch it. It was insane. So let's break it down. And I know I'm probably not gonna get any live contents, live people in here because Rampage is on. But oh well. Kicking off the night with Matt Cardona versus Rohit. It was an awesome match. Rohit tried to cheat at the end, but the ref caught him. He had his foot on the rope, and before he hit the third pin, ref hit the third pin. He told Rohit to get the rope, get his feet off the ropes. With the official, Matt hit, and then after that, Rohit argues with the official, and then during that time, Matt Cardona gets on the top rope and does a radio silence on Rohit to get the win. After the match, however, Shira blindsides Matt Cardona and totally brutalized him, doing like power bombs, suplexes, neck backbreaker, and then he was going at him in the corner, and then Chelsea Green came into the ring and just stopped him. Now there was a good, I want to say, minute of them interacting, and Shira was like almost gonna do something to Chelsea, but Chelsea stood her ground. That was pretty awesome. And then he backed off. After that, we have the 8-man tag team match. Tasha Steelz, Savannah Evans, Fallah Bahh, and No Way versus Decay, which is Rosemary, Havoc, Crazy Steve, and Black Taurus. What's up, Jared? So yeah, that was a fun, chaotic match. A lot happened. There was biting, comedy, wrestling chants that were bite his face off, taste like Bahh, bite her face off. I mean, this is awesome. There was a lot of chants going on. And there was brutality. Like, insane. It was a freaking awesome match. And in the end, Decay wins. Because, come on. We all knew Decay would win. Up next, Steve Macklin versus Petey Williams. This match started on the outside for a good 2 minutes and then got involved into the ring. And then it got involved in the ring, and then the match happened. It battled on the outside, it battled in the ring, it battled on the ramp. It almost went to the crowd. Just absolutely insane. For the first half, Petey Williams had the advantage over Steve, but then after time grew on, Steve took advantage, and he was pretty much in control after that. So Steve Macklin took the victory, which I knew he would. Up next is Madison Rayne versus Taylor Wilde. It was an awesome match again, but a lot of craziness happened. Caleb and Tennille got involved like 90% of the time. And during the match, Madison Rayne came, and then after there was an interaction between Taylor Wilde and Tennille. There was something very confusing about this. In the end, okay, so Caleb is on the ring rope. He has the bag of hairspray. He tosses it to Tennille. Then the ref goes to Tennille and then before Tennille gets ushered out of the ring, she throws in the bag. And then while the ref is taking the bag from Madison Rayne, Taylor Wilde is in the corner interacting with Tennille, and Madison Rayne does a quick roll up and wins the victory. So that was a very interesting way to end the match. I've never seen that before. Having a ref go boom, 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 boom. It was pretty great. So yeah, Madison Rayne won. Up next, the number one contenders match: Moose versus Ace Austin versus Chris Sabin versus Sami Callihan. This was a crazy ass match. It was absolutely insane. Everyone just freaking went to the balls to the wall. There was a spot where Moose was taking a super kick from Sabin, a super kick from Sami Callihan, and a super kick from Ace Austin. Then it was Ace Austin and Sami Callihan kicking him. And then after a while, it was all three, a triple super kick, and that knocked Moose down. After that, a little bit into the match, at the end, Ace Austin with the win, and he is now the official number 1 contender, and will face will face Christian Cage at Victory Road in September. Up next, the X Division Championship match, Josh Alexander versus Jake Something. This was the freaking match. It was an amazing match. Like, I know I use that word a lot, but this was amazing. Every wrestler on the indies is now going to have a dream match with Jake Something. He was incredible in this match. This was pure athleticism at its finest. One of the biggest highlights of the match was when Josh Alexander held Jake Something for 10 consecutive German suplexes with 2 bridges. That means he out-suplexed Kurt Angle and out-suplexed Brock Lesnar. 10 consecutive hold German suplexes. That was insane. But at the end of the day, Josh Alexander retained, and he's still the X Division champion. Up next, Deonna Purrazzo and Matthew Waywalt versus Melina and Trey Miguel. Melina comes out in the entranceway, and she does her famous splits, and then she tells Trey to do the splits as well. And Trey was like, okay. So he does the whole slow, and then he gets stuck like that. And so he had to pull himself back up. I thought that was pretty fun. Let's see. It was an interesting, fun match. A lot was involved. The only thing I didn't understand about this was Ray Walt getting the victory over Melina. I didn't quite understand that. I had that going 2 different ways. I thought it would be Deonna pinning Melina to make a statement for Empower, or Melina pinning Deonna to make sure that to tell her that I got you beat, I can beat you at Empower, or it was going to be Melina over Waywalt to make Melina more powerful and then Deonna to be saved. I didn't expect Matthew Waywalt to pin Melina. I didn't expect that at all. That was pretty nuts. But it was fun. It was a great match, and I lost my prediction. This is the only match that I lost in my prediction. Up next, Triple Threat Tag Team Championship match, Rich Swann and Willie Mack versus VBD versus the Good Brothers. It was a crazy-ass match. A lot happened, a lot involved. During the match, there was a few times I had to laugh because Doc Gallows would get beat around each turnbuckle, and every time he would just fall into the wrong corner, so he'd be tagged by the opposing team. This happened, I think, 3 times, and he did it with each corner. He fell back into Willie Mack, so Rich Swann tagged in. Then later on in the match, he fell to VBD, so Joe Doring tagged in. A lot of craziness happened with Doc Gallows because of after the match was Joe Doring and Gallows last night with the whole stage collapse thing. So a lot happened, and during the match, but at the end, the Good Brothers win, and Eric Young, the leader of VBD, was not too happy with how it went. So we cut to the camera of Eric Young being furious, staring each of the members of VBD, and then he looks directly at Rhino because he was the one that was pinned, and he literally tells him, like, stern talks him, like, this is your fault, you need to do better. And then they were talking for about a good 2 minutes, and I thought in my head that Rhino was going to attack Eric Young and then run out of the ring, or I thought Heath would return and he would attack VBD from behind, and Rhino would gang up on them while Heath and Rhino look victorious. So either way, it looked different, but it didn't happen. Rhino took his lashings and just accepted it. So yeah, up next, the main event: Christian Cage versus Brian Myers. This was an amazing match. I didn't think it would be this good because it's Brian Myers and Brian Myers. Brian Myers can put on a great match, but when it's Christian Cage, I didn't know how it would stack up, but it was a good match. There was a very funny part in this match where Sam Beal got involved with Christian Cage. So Sam Beal drops his thing, and Christian is ripping up the notes, and then he chases Sam Beal around the ring. And as soon as he turns the corner, he bumps into the steel steps by himself. And then Christian looks down and is like, but then Matt Myers takes advantage with the distraction. So whatever Sam Beal did, it worked for the most part, but I thought it was pretty funny. I've never seen that. I've never seen someone run around the ring and then just self-destructly hit themselves with the steel chairs. Wait, no, I think Big Show did that once. He either did it with the stairs or he did it with the ring post. I don't remember. I think it was the stairs. But anyways, it was a funny moment, funny scene, and it was a great match. Christian Cage. There was a lot of Edge references and Edge heads references, like if there's one person that can counter the spear, it's Christian. Or how crazy would it be if Brian Myers won with the spear because he's an Edge head and Edge actually taught Brian Myers the spear. So it'd be pretty cool if Myers won by the spear to break out of Edge's shadow per se, and then do it to Edge's best friend Christian. That would be pretty great. But Christian kicked out, so at the end, Myers wanted to do the spear again, but Christian turned it around and speared him, and then did the kill switch, and Christian Cage retained. Absolutely fantastic match. Fantastic night. I knew Emergence would be crazy. I didn't think it would be that crazy, but all around it was a fantastic night. I was 8-1. I only lost one prediction. I'm getting good at this shit. All right, well, that's the end of that. I am going to look at the comments because there's only one person commenting. Hi, Cody. Hello, Jared. I happened to see CM Punk on AEW. I'm watching it right now. I don't get to see it till 10 o'clock tonight. Steve Macklin versus Josh Allen. Josh for the X Division Championship. Sounds like a good match. Something versus Steve Macklin. Sounds like a good match. Sami Callihan versus Madman Fulton in a Ohio street fight. Will not happen on Impact, but it might happen on Revolver. Moose versus Morrissey. Fun. Jared, they should sign Big Demo. That's like the 5th time you've said that. Deonna Purrazzo versus Britt Baker. Cool. Blade and Butcher versus Decay in a Monsters Ball match. Now, that would be fun. Good Brothers versus Guerrillas of Destiny for Impact Tag Teams. Probably at BFG. Lance Archer versus MJF. Not sure that would work because they're both heels. Sami Callihan versus Lance Archer in a no holds barred match. Probably never going to happen. All right. So thank you for watching and enjoy AEW Rampage. Enjoy CM Punk in AEW. I am going to watch The Walking Dead till 10 o'clock. So have a good night, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Laters. Good night.